Java project. Let's call that methods demo. All right, on this method demo, right click on there. It takes a while sometimes. Okay, so class. So this is, we call it methods class. Okay. And inside that, we create one public static void main method. All right, so let's delete this one. So we have a method class, and inside that we have one main method. All right, so let's create another method over here. Public static void, let's call it show num. Okay. All right, so in this is the body of our new method that we are creating. We want this method to show a number, system.out.println. Okay. And let's print right away 10. All right. So when I save and I run this program, okay, nothing happens. So I don't see any output in my console because I have this method, and this method has one statement and it should print 10, but I have not invoked this method. I have not called this method yet. So in order to use this method, I must call this method. So how to call this method? I will go to the main method and I say show num. So I will print the name and parenthesis. All right, empty parenthesis. Save it, run it. There we go. So first of all, main method is executed. Inside main method, our system finds that, okay, there is a show num method in this class. And yes, it is here. And then show num is, the control is transferred to show num is executed, and here we have this method that is printing 10. All right. Now let's pass some value to this method. We can pass value to a method. So let's say we pass 5. Now it says shows error here. The method show num is the type method is not applicable for the argument integer. So we are passing this 5 as value, we are not receiving it here. So we must receive it here because 5 is integer. So we say int, and we can give any name like any variable. Okay, let's say num. Okay, int num. And now this num, I can use it here. Now let's see, this 10 is gone because we don't have it. It must send 5. Show num must receive here, and it should execute and show it. Okay, good. All right. Instead of this one, we can do one more thing. We can say, okay, int num over here, and we give 5 there, and then we pass num. We can pass like a variable. And this num is coming here as num, and we are printing it. By the way, it's not necessary to have it exact same. Okay, sending can be num, and here I can put a. And when I get a, I should use that a, not num anymore, because that num is not visible in here, because that num is declared in that main method, so it's not visible in this method. All right, so we have num with 5 value, and num is being passed here, and I change the variable, and I receive 5, print it. There we go. All right. And now the next thing is, can a method return a value? Yes, method can return a value. And I say, once I'm saying to my method, hey, that once you print a, which is 5, okay, then return a plus plus. All right. And once I say this one, this void means this method will not return anything. Whereas when I put this one, it says this error. Void method cannot return a value because it's void method. So when I want to return, I need to show what type of variable I'm going to return. A is integer variable. So I say I will return int. So notice here I don't need to put a. Okay, it is an error. So just type the data type that you are going to return. All right. So now we are sending this and it is going back to here, line number 7, once this is executed. So because this one is receiving a plus plus, I must capture it. So I can again put it in num. This num, I'm reusing it. Now I want to print what is num now. System dot out dot println. Okay, now num println. Okay, now it's now notice it is still 5 5. Okay, when I change it to plus plus, now it is 6, because if whenever you put plus plus a, it increments the value of a first and it immediately returns. Whereas if you put like this, a plus plus, a is returned and increment is done after the execution of this statement or after the semicolon. Okay, so we need to be careful, especially when we are using a plus plus or if we are incrementing any value. All right. Okay, so see, it's 5 again. Hope this helps. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.